may not know, my BMW M235i is straight piped. There's a catless downpipe on there that connects from the turbo back, made by FabSpeed Motorsport, as well as a FabSpeed Motorsport muffler bypass axle back system. I think it is worth mentioning this isn't a true full straight pipe. The car still has the stock mid pipe or resonator, but it really doesn't make a whole lot of difference if you remove it. It does get a little bit louder, but really at this point it's like 95% straight piped. A lot of you guys in the comment section have been asking me, well, you know, how do you like it given the fact that it's so loud? This car is your daily driver. You live in California, which has some of the strictest exhaust laws, some of the most stingiest cops. You know, how's your experience been? Well, if I'm being quite frank, it's been fantastic actually. Let me be straight when I say I have zero regrets with running this exhaust setup. For me, you guys know I love sports cars, I love fast cars, I love performance driving, and so running this exhaust setup just completely adds to all of those factors and just makes me love driving my car every single day. Every time I start this thing up, I get behind the wheel, slam it into the next gear, floor the gas pedal. I feel like I'm literally driving a race car. The intoxicating sound with the turbo spool paired with the inline-6 exhaust note from this M55 engine, the absolutely wild gunshot burbles that this car throws out. It's unmatched. It's fantastic, and I love it so much. Because of that, off the bat, I have zero regrets. I love this exhaust setup. It sounds great. It does drone. I think I've stated that. If you guys had seen the exhaust compilation video that I made recently, which I'll throw up at the top of the screen somewhere here, you guys can check that out. I sort of talked about the drone from the inside of the cabin when you're just driving, which is definitely there, but really it's not bad at all. And you know, given how loud this car is from the outside, it's really not bad when you're just cruising. I take my friends in this car all the time. When I'm just driving on my own, I put on my music, the AC, and I don't even notice the sound. But then again, that's just me. Obviously sound is very subjective to many people, so you know, I can't speak for everybody on that topic. But given the volume of this, you know, exhaust, obviously I'm sure you guys can hear it as I'm talking in the cabin of this car. I do have a full rear seat delete as well, so you know, it is open from the trunk all the way into the cabin, so a lot more exhaust noise does sort of come into the interior, which I actually like because it just sounds really, really cool. You can hear the exhaust note so much more. But with all that being said, you know, like I said, no regrets. This is a fantastic exhaust setup. And really, I gotta give my thanks to FabSpeed Motorsport for developing such a high quality axle back piece. Not only were they able to engrave my YouTube channel and my full name on the exhaust system itself, but just the fit and the finish, you know, the shipping, just the custom build quality of everything, the downpipe included, was just, it completely exceeded my expectations. And now I know one thing that a lot of you guys have also been asking me is how have I dealt with police and cops, and given the fact that, you know, this exhaust system is really, really loud, you know, like, do you get pulled over? To be quite frank, no, I don't have any police trouble. I've been running this setup for a couple months now, and I've passed numerous cops, motorcycle cops, SUVs, CHP, you know, undercover cops, and no, I mean, to be honest, it really just depends on how you are as a driver, I feel like. For the most part, you know, I'm pretty civil when I drive. If I'm ripping this car, it's going to be in the canyons or on the track. But for the most part, when I'm just dailying this car around, I just keep it in comfort mode, I'm just driving it. And when you're not getting on it, it's really not that loud. Like, most people aren't even going to notice that it has an exhaust from inside their car. And because of that, you know, cops aren't going to pull you over. Cops are pretty reasonable for the most part. And as long as you're not driving like a total jackass on the road, and you're not being a total jackass if you do get pulled over, you shouldn't really have any issues with an exhaust system. And so far, that's been my experience. I can't speak for others, but So in summary, I absolutely love the exhaust. I think I've talked about it enough on this channel now. You guys have heard the videos. A lot of you guys have heard it in person that I've ran into or have met me. And I would highly suggest all of you guys to run this setup if you have an F30, if you have a 335i, 435i. It's the M55 engine. For the most part, it's going to sound very similar. And my God, it's just so worth it. It's just so much fun. And the amount of joy that you get from driving your car when it sounds like this is just wild. Like, I feel like I'm in a race car. And while that's not true, I'm not literally in a race car. It feels like it, and I think that enough is just, you know, that alone is enough to just keep me from reverting it back to another setup. So please be sure to smash that like button, as well as hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications if you haven't done so already, because I post tons of awesome content. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more videos.